We're outside again. Sensors to track dangerous hotspots.
The robots are operating like a swarm of bees would.
I'd love to be a cyborg.
It won't be long before we're all living in this virtual universe. Spencer, where are you? It looks like I really shouldn't be having salt.
We might be able to stop or even reverse the aging process.
I've just sat here and controlled things with my brain.
It's like technology telekinesis, isn't it?
The race is on to decarbonise aviation.
Cleaning up the stuff that comes out of those.
AI is changing the world.
London to Paris in half an hour.
Touchless coffee, driverless cars. You can virtually try on clothes.
Should we take it for a spin?
That's Click, Saturday and Sunday at 12:30 on the BBC News Channel.
This is BBC News with the very latest headlines for viewers in the UK and around the world. Vote counting is underway in Brazil as far-right leader Jair Bolsonaro faces left-wing former president Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. We have the results declared so far. At least 81 people have died after a bridge collapsed in India's western state of Gujarat. Local reports say at least 150 people were on the structure at the time. National mourning in South Korea after 154 people are crushed to death at a Halloween event in the capital, Seoul.
More people fell, and then I lost my friend. And I had to turn around and I told the crowd, you can't come this way. People are dying.
An immigration centre in southern England has been firebombed. In the last few minutes, the suspect is confirmed to have died after the attack. Hello, thanks for joining us. Well, votes are being counted now in Brazil's presidential election, with the incumbent Jair Bolsonaro taking an early lead ahead of Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. We've got to about 20% of the votes having been counted so far, and I'll just give you the figures as they've come in. We do understand that Lula da Silva's Workers' Party usually gets stronger support in regions which are actually slower to report results. But that said, let's just have a look at this. We've got the left-wing candidate and former president, of course, who came first in the initial round. That was 4 weeks ago. The contest with his rival, Bolsonaro, certainly tighter than had been expected. And as Brazilians have been casting their votes across the country, that has included communities in the remotest parts of the Amazon rainforest. And let me just give you the figure we have with 20% of the votes counted. 51.5% in favour of Jair Bolsonaro, with Lula at 48.5%. When it was a lower amount counted, the margin between the two was significantly wider than that. Our South America correspondent, Katie Watson, is in Sao Paulo. She joins me now. Katie, so the votes are being counted. They're being counted quickly. Should we be surprised at the moment?
Yeah, they are being counted quickly. In fact, we're now up to 30% between what you've said and what I'm looking at. And as you said, yes, it's very, very narrow. 51% at the moment with Jair Bolsonaro, 49% with Lula. But people were expecting this, that Jair Bolsonaro would take an early lead. He's much stronger in areas, in urban areas, such as in the south, southeast, where communication's better, infrastructure's better, so it's a quicker vote count, versus Lula, who, for example, is very popular in the northeast, and infrastructure there is harder and slower. So that was expected. But nevertheless, this has been a nail-biter to the very end. It has been a much tighter race this second round. The first round, there was talk that Lula might win it in the first round. That didn't happen. There was a lot of underestimation of the support for Jair Bolsonaro. So I think a lot of Brazilians went into this second round thinking they weren't so sure about, what the polls were actually saying. They just wanted to go and vote. And it's a very divided country, and it's a country that's really, waiting and watching for the next hour or two for the results to come in.